Freaky is about a teenager girl who accidentally swap her body with psychopaths, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were many body swap movie before. Why do you think could you tell me what would be different in this movie? What should we expect from this movie?
So, it's true. There have been a lot of body swap movies before, and most of them are just sort of like very cute, soft comedies. And this movie is a cross between that and a very gory, violent, and scary movie. And so I think it's the mashup of these two genres that make the movie really unique. And so I think people should see this movie because I think they're going to be surprised by how funny it is, how scary it is, how disgusting it is, but also how sweet it is. It has a really nice heart to it as well, which is something that I try to do in all my movies. And I think it's, in a lot of ways, it's similar to Happy Death Day in that way. It's about, a young woman who's discovering things about herself. I think people in Korea are going to like this movie.
In the movie, many characters die in different, very creative way. Where did you get inspiration for this kind of death?
For these deaths, I always whenever I'm writing something, I always start with like location. Like, where are we in the movie, and what could I use in that room? So, for example, in the beginning of the movie, we're in a very nice house, very wealthy family. So, I saw like they have a wine cellar, they have a tennis court. So there are things available there to use as weapons. And that's usually sort of the first thing that I do is figure out what could I grab.
Insidious, Paranormal Activity, The First, a lot of movies from Blumhouse had huge success in Korea. And even Whiplash is now in the theater because it released in Korea. What do you think is the reason that Korean fans love your movies so much?
I don't know. I share a lot of DNA. I have a lot in common in my blood with Korean blood for whatever reason. I've been to Korea. I understand Koreans and Koreans understand me. We share more. I share more in common with Korea than any other country in Asia. I don't know why, but I'm very happy. I've had great experiences in Korea, and they're great cousins to have.
I saw you looking for a Korean title, even though you already named the movie Freaky. Is there any particular reason for that?
It's partly what you said before. We have a ton of fans in Korea, and we the only territory that we did that contest in was Korea, and I just thought that would be a fun thing to do for the Korean Blumhouse fans. They're the best fans that we have. They're better than my American fans. So I just thought it would be a fun thing to do. That was all.